How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we are completely transforming the Mustang. You guys know, since the beginning of the year, we've been trying to dial in this car, and we took a little break to work on the McLaren and the Civic out there, but today we're finally fixing the look of this thing. We already got some great performance parts recently. We got a BMR front tubular K-member with some Kel-Track long travel coilovers up front. So this thing is hooking and booking pretty good right now. We might need to change a rear tire or some rear suspension, but for now, she's hooking and booking pretty good. It looks like, I don't know, a failed influencer model right now. It looks like we got some little duck lips up here, but obviously the bumper isn't on the car. The bumper is in the back of the truck. I just got it repainted. I picked it up. My boy Lucas, I'm going to link his Instagram right here, guys. If you guys are in the SoCal area looking to get some paint work done, he's just starting out, which means he's got an open schedule, but oh my God, his work is amazing. Check this out. I just brought it home. Haven't even unloaded it, but look at it. Oh my God. And the best part of all, let me unhook it really quick. The best part of all is it's no longer damaged. So I did the body work. He just painted it, and this is way better than it was before. You can still see some of my body work. It's definitely not perfect, but the paint, oh my God, it's gonna make the rest of the car look like ass, if I'm being quite honest. Like this shine right here, this gloss is absolutely insane. So I still have to let it cure before I can like wash it or anything like that. So that's why it's off the car. I'm gonna put it on after we wash and detail the car really quick. If you notice, we're missing a side vent, a mirror, those little things as well. He repainted. I'll show you those in a bit, but the bumper looks amazing. He completely stripped it. He laser aligned the stripes. I mean, I brought it to him in a pretty half-assed prep state, and he went to town on this bumper, and it looks great. Like, God damn, that paint looks so good. I'm gonna wash this car because it has not been washed in a month or so. It's pretty bad. What I'm also gonna do is, since the side vents got resprayed, they look way better now as well, and the mirrors as well, I'm going to polish most of the car. We're gonna first start out with obviously the front end, but we're gonna polish most of the car. That way it kind of helps blend with the brand new paint job that we have. So the front clip will pretty much be my starting point, and then we'll work our way back. But we're not stopping there. So a lot of you guys really liked these headlights, and you guys still do. I love them as well. These are from Mustang lights. I will link them down below. But you guys were saying for the longest time, Drew, you got some nice looking headlights. The whole car looks pretty modern. What are you doing with your stock taillights, Drew? And I like them. I like them. I did a little bit of a frosted look on them, so you can't really see inside the housing. I think they look better than stock. This is my own personal Ricer touch right there. But I do like them. They look like giant candy pieces in my eyes. And that's not because I'm fat, okay? I'm moving on. They look great. I love how they look. That being said, Mustang Lights just released some new taillights. So along with all of the new freshly painted stuff, we got some new taillights to put on. I'm not going to show you them just yet because we got to wash up the car. I do want to tease you guys for a little, maybe blue ball you for a couple minutes, and then we will toss them on and see how they look. But we really got to get off this dirt. So let me start unloading everything and getting this thing ready. Oh, and then on the side note, after this whole Mustang little project is done, we're starting on this. I know you guys haven't seen it. We haven't done anything to it. I ordered a lot of the parts for it, so we're going to start disassembling, stripping, getting this thing ready for paint, and then we got to reassemble everything and make sure she's good. So, yeah. Today, though, Mustang. All right, so after a quick wash, it already looks better, but since this hood isn't OEM paint, it's definitely way more dull than anything else. So hopefully with polishing it and then maybe throwing a ceramic coat on it, that should really bring out some shine, because I could definitely see a difference between the door and the fender against the hood. I mean, the hood just, it's way more matte. I almost just died right there. Make sure to like in case I do die. Anywho, there's definitely swirls. So yeah, let's pull that thing out and then pull this thing in, and I could start polishing it because it definitely needs some work. It looks pretty good from like 10 feet away. Once you get up on it, it's swirl galore. So yeah, let me move these things. This thing is dead, by the way. My battery tender was not tendering, so I gotta jump it with the truck or something. All right, so we got the car pulled in. It was really, really dead, which was really, really annoying. Hopefully Anti-Gravity Batteries is willing to work with me. I'm gonna try to reach out to them. But anywho, car is in. I sprayed some Goo Gone on the 3M here. It's coming off pretty easily. I sprayed it though just to get off the little remnants. And in the meantime, before we start polishing, just because polishing isn't all that interesting to look at, let's do the taillights. We could toss them on, see the difference in the daylight, and then in the nighttime we can do like a reveal or whatever at the end of the video. So yeah, let me go get the taillights and let me show you guys what we have. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at those bad boys. There's a little sneak peek, but inside, I literally just peeked inside when I got them just to make sure that they were right. I have not taken them out, so this is a first for me. Hey, new keychain. That's definitely going on. Nice little thank you card. Stang lights, everyone. That's where these are coming from. They make these fronts that I absolutely love. So finally time to take the 2006 into the modern era with these. Let's open them up. All right, there we go. Ooh, these are fucking fire. Oh my God, these look nice. Oh, I love these. So these are their S650 3-valve taillights. These are RGB. You guys know me, I'm not a huge RGB guy, but it has the feature in there. I don't have to use it, but I'm sure you guys will see it once we get them on the car. I will probably never use them at a car meet in the RGB, but they have it integrated, so the more you know. Anywho, oh my God, dude, they look so good. I like how it protrudes out. It's gonna give the rear end some nice depth because the rear end of these cars is extremely flat. Like, it's flat. I like that, but this is gonna be some nice depth. You could reach in and just really grab the Mustang. Anywho, let me pop the trunk and then we'll start tossing those on. All right, let's get one last look at the stock looking Mustang rear end. I like it like this. Like I said, I kind of like that sleeper aspect. It's not over modified or anything. It looks nice, but let's replace them. Now, if you are like me and you only carry sand in your trunk, it's really easy. You don't have any panels to remove, but if you have to remove a couple panels, it's still easy. Just a couple 10mm. See, I gotta really put on that Stang Lights keychain. This keychain is not the move. It's a couple 10mm. I think it's 3, and if it's anything like the front lights, it's just plug and play. So let's do one really quick. So it's actually held on with 3 11mm, and I was correct. Stang Lights is just one plug. They have this other button, which I'm not sure what it's for. I'll read the instructions right now, so I'm not gonna misinform you guys. But it's literally one plug. This will plug in. Don't know if I can do this with one hand. Let's see. Let's see if, oh, look at that. This is why Alma will never leave me. I'm great with my hands. Anywho, wow. Look at that. Oh. Let me close the trunk real quick. Let me make sure I have the keys. I believe they're over there. I do. Okay. Look at that. Difference. Wow, that is way more aggressive. That looks super sick. I like that. I don't know how they managed to make it look like it had so much depth, but it's got quite the depth, if you ask me. Anyways, let me try turning them on. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, I don't know about all that, but they look good in those colors. There we go. That's hot. So on camera it looks a little bit more muted, but it's a nice red. It's a real nice, it looks good. I'm super excited for this. Let's do the other side. So the button that comes with the taillights allows you to change the modes of the blinkers and the hazards between red sequential and amber sequential, and they have different flashing modes. As you can see on my left one, it is going 1 bar at a time, and on the right one, it is filling in all of the bars from left to right. Since my front blinkers are not on the car, they are flashing rather quick right here. But hopefully you guys can get the idea. A lot of customization available with these taillights. All right, guys, take a look. This looks nice. So obviously this is with the lights off. If I go quickly turn on the lights, I believe they go through their turn on procedure, which does show the colors. So you get to see it is RGB, and then they will just turn solid in a split second. Boom. So they look really nice. I can't wait to see them at night. Super happy with that. I've literally been itching on installing these for the longest time, but I didn't want them to get baked out in the sun while the car was waiting for the bumper and shit to come back. So super happy with that. Let's continue with these upgrades. So here's the freshly painted side vent. It's pretty damn glossy. If you guys don't remember when I got these, I rattle canned them and they looked pretty good, but they definitely had more of a matte finish. This is gonna look a lot nicer if we go ahead and slap her in a little bit, just kind of eye her up. Look at that. Yeah, it matches the rest of the car now. Like, I could read Quick Jack over there, and I could also read it in this. So these are fresh out of the booth, so they still have a wee bit of orange peel, but that's anything new you paint is gonna be like that. So I got the 3M remove there. I'm gonna start polishing it, and then we can slap those bad boys in. I'm also not gonna chase the swirls out of the paint. I'm going to hit it with a finishing compound and pray that's enough. Hopefully it works. I'm not trying to get everything out. I just need it to look, you know, close enough to the freshly painted stuff that it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. So we're just gonna hit it with a blue pad. I believe this is like a mild cut pad, and then some finishing compound. Hi, Mammy. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna get to this. So I quickly just polished this, and I mean, that's pretty damn good. For a single pass with some finishing compound, it looks pretty good. I think the hood is gonna be the hardest part because, I mean, this is really bad. But the rest of the car, honestly, isn't gonna take too long. That looks really good. And then once we ceramic coat it, it's gonna pop even more. Fender is done, door is done, hood is mostly done. I just realized I missed a spot to wipe off right here. But the hood, the problem with it is whoever painted it before, you could see the etch marks in the actual hood in some areas. It does look way better, but I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can totally see some of the sanding marks. Oh, I saw. Yeah, there's some good lines right through there. And that's under the paint. I can't get under the paint without removing the paint, but it definitely looks better. We are for sure going to ceramic coat the hood and like the front end. Probably the whole car. We'll see how eager I'm getting, but definitely the hood needs it 100%, and it'll make it pop with the rest of the car. But yeah, it looks really good. I just got to do the other side, and then we can start putting on all of the pieces, because once the front end is done and the doors, I could flip the car around and do the back half. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'll give you guys a little before of what it kind of looked like. You can see how hazy, nasty that paint looks, right? It's pretty bad. I think we can all agree. We go to this side. Not perfect. Definitely no SEMA car, but hell of a lot better. All of the imperfections are under the paint, and that's just life sometimes. So we got these two panels right here, ceramic coated. They look great. They look way better than they did, way shinier. So still have minor imperfections, but the ceramic coat did help fill in a lot of the smaller stuff. So looks great. Now I'm gonna start assembling the car. I have to go get some 3M tape though for the side vents, but we could start tossing it all back together and finally see what it's gonna look like all said and done. Alright guys, so here's how she's currently sitting right now, and I couldn't be any happier. I absolutely love how far this project has come this year alone. I mean, I know what we did right now was a little bit of just some like maintenance and updating, but we did the BMR tubular front end. We did the Kel-Track front long travel shocks. We had my boy Lucas over at Voltage Paint go ahead and take care of the front bumper, which now looks pristine. The side vents, which now look pristine. The front mirrors, well, there are no rear mirrors, but the mirrors that now look pristine. They're a little smudgy. I've been, touching them and stuff like that. Once the clear coat is all cured, I'm going to wet sand and polish all of that. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of orange peel, but even so, it looks really good. Like, I don't even really see the orange peel, especially in the day. It looks beautiful. So I couldn't be happier with what Lucas did. Knocked it out of the park. I mean, the paint looks amazing. It makes the rest of the car not look as great. And then we polished the whole car, ceramic coated it. She looks minty. But we can't forget about the new taillights the S650 look-alike taillights that Stang Lights sent me. Couldn't be happier with that as well. They also sent me, like I said, the new keychain. Love it. I don't have a giant red lanyard hanging out of my pockets anymore. Couldn't be happier. These are absolutely badass. In case you are interested in the RGBs, I can't do them justice without showing that. So this is what they look like. I'll play with some of the settings here, and maybe I'll talk about it in post. I don't know all the settings because I haven't even played with them yet. But I'll turn them on for you guys really quick. And I mean, even in the daylight, they're nice and bright. I love the styling of it. This is like, I like that frosted look. That's one thing I've always been a fan of, is the frosted look. So when they're on during the day and you have that frosted, I love it. I just can't get enough of it. I'm almost jealous of the people behind me when I'm gapping them because they get to see such beautiful taillights. So if you guys are interested in any of the stuff in this video or any of the stuff on the car in general, I will link all of the new stuff that we added, the BMR, the Keltrack, voltage paint, and the Stang lights. We also have the matching set up front. I love those. I just can't get enough of those. Make me happy every time I see the car. But I will link all of that down below so you guys can check them out. If you guys have an S197, you want to update your lighting and bring it into this decade, you should probably do that. You're 2 decades late, let's just say that. Anyways, I'm super excited for what's next. I'm in the talks with a few other companies to really just squeeze out even more power. I want to break the 1,000 wheel horsepower mark. So I'm in the talks with a few other companies in order to do that. But for now, I mean, I'm super happy with it. I'm honestly just proud to own this car again. Like, it looks great. I really let her go. And I feel like we did some good little maintenance, showed her some love, and I love it. Anyways, big thank you to everyone that has helped me with this car along the way. I can't do it without them and you guys watching. Big thank you to just everyone that stuck around. I mean, we've been building this car for years now, and some people still to this day are just like, Drew, when are you gonna bring out the Mustang? When are you gonna do this? Like, this is the car that they know from me, and I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm proud of this car. So anyways, it's only gonna get crazier from here. Subscribe, check them all out down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next video, peace.